But in a long line of TV shows that's been been based on folklores, myths, and fairy tales around the world. Emerald City is just another one in the long list. This one based on Wizard of Oz. This one is, well, in a sense weird. It is weird, but it grows on you a little bit. Well, Emerald City, this time, Dorothy isn't a little girl anymore. This time she's an older person, and that counts for something. This time, Oz is much more weird. Well, the yellow brick road is still there. The scarecrow is still there. The lion is still there. The wicked witch of the west. The good witch, well, Glinda is still there. I don't know if the wicked witch is Elphaba. This one isn't definitely nowhere is she green, but well, in a sense, Emerald City is weird, and I am seriously stumped as how to review this. But first of all, I'd like to mention that while the show is a little bit weird and it started out too boring, it does gain traction as the story explores throughout the season. But well, I'm still unsure as to if this will even get a renewal order or not, because well, at the end of the day, it's not that interesting. It's got a lot more lesser ratings than a lot of other shows that's been making their way to the TV series screens, really. But other than that, while the story is interesting, a lot different from what you know as the Wizard of Oz, but I'll say this, it is dark, a little bit dark, really. There's no word for it. This is different. While yes, I will say this, this is a Tarzan Singh show, so I will say this, the cinematography, the way it is filmed, it is awesome. There's no question about it. The way the visual effects, the scenic beauty of Oz is apparent. Vincent D'Onofrio plays a convincing Wizard of Oz. The Wizard has never been my favorite character, but Vincent D'Onofrio, well, he brings something new in that role, and I liked him for it. I'm not sure I like this Dorothy very much. She is boring in a sense. Toto is definitely not a poodle. This one, seriously, I'm not sure. I did like this show, but I'm finding it hard to find words just why I like this show and what I liked about this show, because it's hard to find words about something that started out boring. The first episode was really boring, I will say this, but in a sense it grows on you, and somehow I stuck with it. Even I don't know why I stuck with it, but I stuck with it. And I will say this, I did like the last episode much better than I liked the first episode. That is a term of comparison or not, but Emerald City in a sense is more serious. You just can't click your heels like that all the time and get home, because this is different. This is not the Wizard of Oz of old stories. This is new. Everyone is old, everyone has a different take on things, and I will say this, I did like the cinematography, the scenic beauty, the special effects, how they went about directing the show. I did like that approach, Other than that, not so much, really not so much. I will say this, I did like the darker aspect of this show. I am, well, a little bit partial to fairy tales and adaptations that take on a different approach than the original. So yes, that marks a good thing in my book. Maybe, I'm not sure if Emerald City gets a renewal order. I will check it out. I'm not so psyched about it, really. I'm really not. But we'll see. We'll see, really. What were your thoughts? Have you seen Emerald City? Even my eyes have gone. Seriously, I'm not sure why I am even reviewing this show. But yes, Emerald City in a sense was nice. I will give this a 3. Even 3 is more, 2.5 maybe. But no, I'll give it this a 3. 3 out of 5 should do it from me. In a sense, it was not that bad. It was really dark in a sense, because there are a lot of dark themes in this show. But it wasn't that bad. So I give this a 3 out of 5. What did you think about it? Did you see it yet? Are you planning on seeing it yet? Do you have any suggestions for me? Go down. Do read my description box. Like my video, comment, share, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel and wait for my next video, which will be my review finally of Death Note. Yes, finally I am going to review Death Note. And well, with this recent wake of the Netflix, I'm not going to review the Netflix one, the Netflix movie. This is my review of the anime Death Note. I have seen it before, but I didn't like it back then, so I stuck with the whole thing this time. And well, stay tuned where I enunciate my views on Death Note.